I'm sick. All right, let's see. What do we got? What do we got going on here? Let me go ahead and mute that. Oh, it's one of those days. It's one of those days, guys. It's gonna be a rough stream. I got to tell you. Let's go ahead and let the room fill up a little bit here. Make sure everybody checks in, says hey. Let's see. What's the chat says? I have something in the chat. There's nothing in the chat. You big liar. Software. Cool code. First on looks like YouTube, and Good Boys Guild is first on Rumble. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, I guess they decided not to show us that anyway. A few technical difficulties this morning, guys. Also, you may tell, hopefully not, that I may appear to be a little under the weather, and that's because I am. Last night I either had a 12-hour allergy attack, which doesn't happen, or I have caught some kind of stupid bug. Stuffy sinuses, headache, runny nose. It's all there. It's all there. So everything is a blur. Everything out here is a blur, guys. Yeah, I'm taking all my vitamins. I'm taking Mini Haven. I'm taking all of my vitamins. It's just something that just kind of came out of nowhere. It started yesterday afternoon with just a runny nose that just persisted is the appropriate term. And it just got worse last night. But I will, as usual, I will be fine. We'll go ahead and we'll knock this live stream out. You'll have to excuse my tissue from time to time. As you may have been able to tell, I did not, you know what? I need to share links. I have not done that yet. Live stream, going live. There you go. And then let's get that into the members chat as well. And then let's go on out to Twitter. Yeah. It's been a day. It has been a day already. Tweet right there and be done with that. Okay, let's see. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. It looks like Hicktown Honey was number 2 in the Rumble, and she's saying good morning from hopefully the last chilly spring day in Ohio. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. We got Jackson's in the house. Cole Colt is over there. Got Bob 11 Papa and Jeff. No thanks. Looks like everybody's just slowly checking in. I don't understand why. Rumble used to be able to tell you. I used to be able to know when I could start telling you stuff, because it would tell me how many people were actually watching, and it's not doing that today. It says there's 3 people on 1 person on Twitch and 3 on YouTube, but I can neither confirm or deny any of that. There in the live stream chat, old Pat was first to come out in. We got Alrighty in as number 2, and let's see. Of course, he finally goes live when I'm at the bakery. Yes, Ian. I'm sorry I messed with your bakery time. Let's see. We got the old Clapper side. Hicktown Honey's also over there. Rumble is still wonky. Gotcha. And West Virginia Pappy is there as well. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and kick this off. I got my tea. I got me some sugar. I got some honey in there. Doing all the things I'm supposed to be doing. So hopefully this will go reasonably well. Let me. I got to push some buttons here. Let's see here. That is not the right one. I want this one right here. We're gonna go ahead and click on this one right here. This one is actually kind of stupid. But I wanted you guys to see it. Apparently, they're doing everything in their power to take down Tucker Carlson. I would like to say I don't know why, but that would be a lie. He is clearly enemy of the state. Truth spitting 101. He's on top of his game right now, and people are scared to death. He has such a large followership that they're trying to destroy him any chance they can. So apparently one of the statements that came out, I don't think I can make this bigger. So apparently one of the statements that came out, and I'm just going to read it. Remember that I'm reading it. This is actually reported news. This is not me actually saying it, YouTube. So Keep this in mind. A couple of weeks ago, and this is quote, a couple of weeks ago, I was watching video of people fighting in the streets in Washington. A group of Trump guys surrounded an Antifa kid and started pounding the living crap out of him. I'm not going to say that. It was 3 against 1 at least. Jumping a guy like that is dishonorable. Obviously, this is not how Caucasian men fight. That's the sentence that they're honing in on right there, or homing in on. Yet suddenly I found myself rooting for the mob against the man, hoping they'd hit him harder, kill him. I really wanted them to hurt the kid. I could taste it. Then somewhere deep in my brain, an alarm went off. This isn't good for me. I'm becoming something I didn't want to be. The Antifa creep is a human being. Much as I despise what he says and does, much as I'm sure I'd hate him personally if I knew him, I shouldn't gloat over his suffering. I should be bothered by it. I should remember that somewhere, somebody probably loves this kid and would be crushed if he was killed. If I don't care about these things, if I reduce people to their politics, how am I better than this? And like I said, what they're doing is they're kind of locking in on that one statement about, this is not how Caucasian men fight. And it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple why he said it that way. Because this is what we see in every TikTok video that has this kind of violence in it, in every YouTube video, in every video that's on Twitter, where this violence is being videotaped. It's a group of men of opposite colors that are ganging up on a single person of the opposite color. We see this and we're even seeing this with high school kids. We're seeing it at the very, very lowest levels of society, and it's kind of scary because it's got to the point where every time I see one of these videos, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna start open carrying. I saw one last week where you can't tell what happened in the video, but basically a white guy walks through a group of black people that are on a block, and he says something. And next thing you know, there's a whole buttload of these guys hooded up and just pounding the crap out of him. Put a buckets on his head, all their cameras out, saying stupid things, just acting like it's the end of the world, like tomorrow. Tomorrow doesn't exist. And it's unfortunate that we see this happening, and we see this with this particular group of people. So I can completely understand why he said it the way he said it, because it in reading it and listening to him speak, I can say it like he would say it, and understand why he said it that way, without actually coming right out and saying the things that nobody wants to hear. Now, this is obviously this was a redacted portion of an exhibit. Why was it redacted? Don't know. Don't care. It's just a thing. It's nothing. So then there's this, and then there's the whole, they're just doing everything in their power to try and destroy the guy, because they know once he reestablishes, once he gets, and I read somewhere yesterday that he actually has $100 million deal on the table right now someplace. So I don't know if that's true, but I do know that when he does get reestablished, he could literally just go out on his own and destroy people, So we'll see where this goes. We'll see what happens. Let's go to the chat real quick. Is anybody else Rumble misbehaving? Yeah, Cool Colt. I've been hearing that the Rumble is acting foolish this morning. Let's see. It's not you, it's me. Cool Colt says, good morning, all. Interesting day so far. Started with a flat and a trip to Firestone. While waiting, I see Ukraine sent love to Putin. Yeah, they struck the Kremlin with some drones. It's kind of mind blowing, because it's almost like people don't realize that they're at war. Putin declared, or special military action. He declared war on Ukraine. So what does he expect? Oh, those are cough drops. Look at that. I can probably talk a little longer with one of these. These are the good ones, guys. These are the good ones. I forgot I had these. But yeah, you started a war. What did you think was going to happen? You think you were safe in your comfy little Kremlin office? I mean, come on, man. We got 11 Papa. Bob Peta, Bob 11 Papa. He's president. Good to see you, bro. Let's see here. Marsh will be barter. Gotcha. Marsh, what the hell are we supposed to do when they go to a cashless society? How will we survive? We will use, you'll use the CBDCs is what you'll do. Now, that's right. I'm everywhere. I guess everybody's hating. I'm just going to stay on all the streams right now, and I will just curtail some of my certain words. I'll remember how to talk on YouTube just for you guys today, since Rumble is not playing games. I am on YouTube. I am on Facebook. I am on Twitch. I am on Twitter, and I am on Rumble right now. So go there, do good things. Wendell Decker, good to see you. Catitude, good to see you too. Hopefully everything's great in your world. Austin Jim, Putin is about to carpet bomb Ukraine back to the Stone Age. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. We build a separate economy from CBDC. I do believe that there will be separate economies. Putin it in Ukraine at any hour he chooses. He's being very nice. I don't know about that. You got to remember that wars cost money and wars cost lives. And right now, it's always scattered. They say Russia's lost 20,000 troops. There's others that are saying that it's 100,000. Others are saying it's 200,000. They're literally sending text messages to people that, hey, oh, by the way, you've just been drafted. Show up down at Donieski Point or whatever at 2 p.m. on Saturday, because that's when we're going to shave your head and put you through some training so we can win the war of aggression. So, I mean, those are not the actions of a country that is in control, that can do what they want whenever they want to. So, yeah, Nata, I'm sorry, Rumble's not working. If you're on Rumble, go to YouTube. Like I said, I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay on all five. It is what it is. It is what it is. Star, good morning. Good to see you. Grumpy Acres. Grumpy Acres. Yep. I hope your days are well. Yeah, I'm sick right now, bro, but it is what it is. You know how it is, man. Got to get up, got to go to work. America wants war. I don't know about that. I don't think, honestly, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. And that's my opinion. I'll explain. So if you say America, that's all of America, and not all of America wants war. If you say the American people want it, then that would be like, no, I don't know, man. There's obviously going to be warmongers all over the place, war hawks. But overall, no, they're not stupid. We know what war brings. And then you're talking about a near-peer adversary that, does have nuclear weapons. So, yeah, no American wants war. If you say the government wants war, no, the government doesn't want war. The government wants the war to continue the way it is, because that way they can both spend as well as make money. If you think that the military industrial complex is not making money off of government contracts, sending things, if the U.S. government sends all of its stuff, then the U.S. government tells the military industrial complex, we need more stuff. And the military industrial complex says, no problem. Here's how much it costs. We'll make you more. So yeah, that's what they really want. Deep state. Like I said, that's a possibility, Minority Reporter. It's a possibility, but I don't think it's logical from the perspective of, if you every so often in life, you have to play devil's advocate. I spent a lot of time doing that kind of stuff in a former life, and you have to play the devil's advocate and see things from an alternate or a perspective that's 180 degrees off from yourself. And when you do that, you can see that some decisions that we would make every day would not be smart economically, financially, geopolitically, internationally. So let's see. What do we got here? Feet that forgot us again. Feet, he forgot us again. I didn't forget about anybody. I'm just talking. Let's see here. Yeah. Feet. Great. No one forgot you. Someone's trying to send me a message. Give me a second here. Let's see what we got. Rumble isn't on, hasn't been for 13 minutes now. I guess Rumble crashed. I don't know what's going on with Rumble. Rumble just died. Okay. Let me check my settings, guys. Let me check my stream settings here. Unable to connect. Yeah, Rumble's dead. Rumble is dead. Nothing I can do about it, guys. Rumble's dead. Go to YouTube. And thank you. All right. There we go. Let's get back into the chat. I got to turn that off. There we go. Let's see. Let's go ahead and check the super secret chat. Just got a few people in it. Clapper's okay. Yeah, he is live, just coming through on Rumble. Thanks. I don't have that one. I found LP on YouTube. Gotcha. Okay, looks like we are where we need to be. I guess I'm still transmitting. Am I still? I mean, it's getting hard to tell. Let me go to my profile real quick. Yep, I'm still live. I'm still transmitting. I'm just not on Rumble anymore. Let's see here. Okay, so that was enough of that. What else we got here? What else we got here? Something of a bit of importance. Let's see if we can push this button right here and say that right there. Treasury says U.S. will hit the debt limit as early as June 1st. Now, guys, this is actually pretty important. Now, as of yesterday, the Speaker of the House has agreed to meet with the president, and I'm pretty sure that the president will just be like, okay, we tried to negotiate with you, and we're just having this meeting so we can look like we're negotiating with you. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen, which is really, really, really sad because it's sad because people don't understand. I mean, these people do. They have to understand what the ramifications of defaulting on our debt are. It does not mean it's not like when you can't pay your credit card bill. That's not what this is like. It's very simplistic to think that way. So step out of the box for a second and listen to what I'm saying to you. If you are defaulting on your national debt, you're basically our fake money, our fiat currency is based on faith and confidence. Those are actually words that they use in the currency. It's based on the faith and confidence. Now, to give it its value. Now, if we default, then the world goes, whoa, so much for faith and confidence. There's no confidence in this currency. And what will happen is that everybody all our international players will trade in their dollars for something else, making the dollar almost worthless. This coming back from this is extremely difficult. They were able to do it in the 70s. We did default once before, but nobody talks about it. It's when Nixon took us off the gold standard. One of the things that he also did too was he basically said you're not allowed to own precious metals, turn them in, because they didn't want anybody to have any control. If those people with control could control what was happening in their environment, and they didn't like that. Now, when we did go to our fiat currency, it took the government about 5 years to get things right, to get other countries to go, yeah, the US dollar's strong again. Yeah, okay, we should get in their markets. We should do all of those things. Took about 5 years. Now, this was before cell phones. This was before VCRs. This was before, you know, DoorDash. And the country was basically in poverty for a long period of time. It took a long time for those people that were in, that were impoverished to move or eventually grow and build their families and move into what we would consider to be, the middle class. They still had values that were given to them from the greatest generation. So we don't have that. And we saw during that thing we cannot speak about that during that time period, people went nuts when they couldn't find Wi-Fi, when they didn't have cell phones, when their PlayStations didn't work. Now, I hate to say it, but it has a lot to do with resiliency, and it has a lot to do with kind of the preparedness mindset that I think we have to have, and we're going to talk about that a little bit too. But we are going to have a very serious problem if the US government defaults. Now, this whole thing is going to blow up in Joe Biden's face. I can tell you that right now. This is not a political speech. This thing's going to blow up in his face because what he basically said was, we won't negotiate. We will not be held hostage. Right up to the point where he said, okay, come on, let's go ahead and negotiate. So you know that what he was basically saying was crap, and everybody knows it now. If he decides to, if this bill makes it through the Senate, which I'd say it's 50-50 now, based on the fact that they're willing to negotiate. It's not like they can change anything, because what'll happen is that, so the House has already passed it. It'll push it over to the Senate. If the Senate passes it or changes it, it's got to go back to the House. It's this back and forth thing until both houses of Congress agree, and then they send it to the president. So that could take a little bit of time, and June 1st is right around the corner. Yeah, I know it's May 3rd, but if you've ever heard of the term the speed of government, you might understand what I'm saying. So getting into the article very, very briefly, because I just wanted to talk about it and tell you that it is still a thing, that it is still serious, and what I knew about it. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has announced on Monday that the deadline to raise the debt ceiling or risk an American default could be as early as June 1st. Quote, after reviewing federal tax receipts, she knows she's not reviewing crap. Our best estimate is that we will be unable to continue to satisfy all of the government's obligations by early June, and potentially as early as June 1st. If the Congress does not raise or suspend the debt limit before that time, Yellen wrote in a letter to Congress. However, Yellen emphasized the ambiguity surrounding the situation and stated that the deadline might move to a few weeks later. Oh, we're going to die on this date, but okay, we got a little bit of time here. Yeah, so it's all bullshit in the end, guys. Quote, the assessment is based on the current activity, available data, as federal receipts and outlays are inherently variable, and the actual date that Treasury exhausts extraordinary measures could be a number of weeks later than these estimates, she wrote. It's so here's the thing, guys. I actually pay a lot of attention. Well, that's not the right button. I want to push that button. I actually pay a lot of attention to this debt ceiling thing, because if you didn't know it, military and government retirements are directly attached to it, and that could be the end of old LP. That could be, hey, time to go back to Walmart, or time to be a Walmart greeter. So people like me depend on this. Why? Not because, well, I think you figured it out. I was in the military for 20 years. I think I earned it. So yeah, what little I get, I definitely earned it. Anyway, so it's a pretty serious matter, and it's something that we should contemplate. Regardless of if you're connected to the government or not, it will affect every single economic factor in your life. Every single one of them. The cost of bread, the cost of gasoline, the cost of Post-its, Every single thing is going to go through the roof. And it's not going to be good at all. All right, let's see here. I think I got something else here. Oh, yeah, if you didn't know, let's see here. What do we got? Let's click on that and then click on that. And we're going to click on that. We're going to click share on that. In case you haven't heard, Biden administration approves sending 1,500 U.S. troops to the border. Amid worries that tens of thousands of migrants will flood the country once Title 42 is lifted, the Biden administration has approved sending 1,500 active duty United States troops to the southern border in the coming days. Title 42, the public health provision, allowed the United States to reject. We know what that is. Let's see here. According to National Security spokesman, there's what I wanted to tell you right there. According to one of the individuals, okay, the extra personnel would address critical capability gaps, such as detention and monitoring, data entry, and warehouse support. They're being dispatched in response to a request from the Department of Homeland Security. They will stay there for up to 90 days, after which the job will be done by contractors or military reservists, according to two of the officials. So basically, they just want to make it so that they can use the military to continue processing illegal aliens into the country. That's basically what they're doing, guys. That's what they're doing. They're not going to stop them. They're just going to say they're going to find 1,500 Spanish-speaking soldiers from different units. They're all going to put them together, and we're going to call you guys the Border Brigade. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. And so you're all going to be like, "Hola." That's what your job is. Because that's why you join the frickin' army, right? So that you can be, immigrant alien processing station personnel. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Rick, only parts of it. Got you, Rick. Rumble is dead. Go to YouTube. Okay. I think I told everybody over there on the Rumble side. I'm actually going to close. I don't think it'll ever come back on, but let me push it. Yeah, Rumble's dead. Anyway, let's see here. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, there it is. Twitter, breaking Tucker offered $100 million by Patrick David's digital news company, Fox News, in panic. I believe it. What's that? Let's take a look at that real quick. That's a whole video. We're not going to watch that. I'll watch that later. You guys don't need to do that. Let's see. There's been a National Guard mission to monitor the southern border since October 2021. Troops in the units I supported, I got sent down there in the first round of deployments. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I remember when they had Marines on the border, and they were just doing like monitoring and surveilling, and then they would just report directly to the Border Patrol. But it's still stupid. It's absolutely stupid. If at the best, it's a National Guard job. The problem is, I think Texas is out of the National Guard. I think the whole National Guard is deployed down the border right now. I think Texas spent $4 billion so far on this border crisis. It's absolutely insane. So fire border agents because they're not doing their job if they have to turn into the army into border agents. It's not that they're not doing their job. It's just that they're being kept from doing their job. Their job is to process and then turn back. That's what their job is. And you got all these people getting schooled up on the other side of the border on how to claim asylum and what to say. How does that happen? How do they get the answers to the test, guys? How's that happen? Pretty simple. It's pretty easy if you think about it. Fear your life. I'm in fear of my life. Yeah, well, join the club. Everybody's in fear of their lives these days. All right. I think better late than never. Thanks for sharing the live, Pappy. Oh, Trishelle, good to see you, bro. Hicktown Honey's over here. Looks like people just spread out. As soon as the rumble goes down, everybody just spreads out. That's good. All right, and I got 18 people on. I guess I should push. Let me push this button. Let's do that, guys. Let's do that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now's the time to do it. Yeah, do that. Do that. I'm gonna see where's those numbers at? Where are those crazy numbers at? I've got one person that watches me on Twitch. I think it's kind of interesting. Okay, so one of the things I started talking about yesterday, I actually made a video about it yesterday, but the video was the background noise was just so bad. I had to just trash it all. And what I wanted to talk to you a little bit about was preparedness mindset. There's basically like 5 things that you have to do to get yourself into the preparedness mindset, as well as and stay in the preparedness mindset. They're actually very simple. So I think what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and cover some of them right now. And yeah, let's do that now. So the first thing on the list is basically you've got to have a plan. You need to establish a plan. A preparedness mindset involves having a plan for various situations, such as natural disasters, power outages, financial emergencies. You've got to create a plan that includes necessary resources, such as food, water, medical supplies, and a means of communication, in case of an emergency. And so if you don't have a plan, you're not really preparing, even if it's rudimentary, even if it's just water, food, and security, even if it's just a simple bug out bag. If you don't have a plan, you're not preparing. So let that one sink in for a little while. And the second thing, let me see, the second thing was you need to learn some essential skills. You got to do it. You got to learn it. Being prepared also requires having necessary skills to handle different situations. Learn skills such as you got to learn skills such as first aid, navigation, maybe. I always recommend people do, but it's not an easy thing to learn. Self-defense, definitely. That's all part of that security, and basic survival skills to increase your readiness. So at the bottom level, you need to learn some very basic essential skills, because assets and tools are useless without skills. It's that easy. There's a lot of preppers out there that like to put stuff on the shelf. I bought that. I don't know how many prepper videos I watch where they show me their gear. There's not a scratch on it. There's not a piece of dirt on it. There's nothing. This stuff is not being used. So those are some things to think about. Move this around. There we go. Another thing is, or should I say the third thing is, maintain a positive attitude. Right now I don't feel good at all. I'm sick. I got a cough drop in my mouth. I'm drinking hot honey tea, and I'm keeping a promise to make you guys a live stream. But maintain a positive attitude. A preparedness mindset also involves having a positive attitude. Which means being mentally and emotionally ready to face any challenge. Now, I say any challenge that might present itself to you. This involves being optimistic and having a sense of determination and adaptability. You've got to be adaptable. Adaptability is one of my biggest shortfalls. I'm a planner. I understand that the second I leave the line of departure, that my plan is likely going to fail. I do follow the World War II German planning process of only create an 80% solution, because your plan is likely to fail or change at some point. So that's my Achilles heel, is adaptability. Now, that's something that I've identified. Know yourself and seek self-improvement. And so that's something that I work on constantly. And you should probably do too. All right, so number 4, build a network. I talk about this from time to time, but people don't. They kind of listen, but they're like, I got too much shit going on. Creating a network of people who share your preparedness mindset can be beneficial in a time of crisis. It's that easy. It is absolutely that easy. This can include friends, family, community, organizations. It's important to have a support system in place to help you during an emergency, or that you can help others during emergencies. If you don't actually put in the effort, you won't have the network. Your network is your network. It's not someone else's. People like to find these little groups to pop into. Oh, I can be part of this group. And then they find out that that group's not so fucking cool, but now that group knows everything about you. So you need to create your own network. All right. And the last thing on this particular subject I want to talk about is stay informed. You got to stay informed. Staying informed about potential threats and hazard is an important aspect of preparedness mindset. It's very important. You need to keep up to date on weather forecasts, current events, emergency alerts in your area, to ensure that you're always ready to respond if needed. Now, when we say respond to your situation. We're not talking about going and saving people or being a 911 or first responder or anything like that. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's your gig. I get it. But staying informed to what's going on in the world. And I think that's mostly what I try to bring to you guys when I do these live streams, is just to try to keep you informed, to funnel you back into the preparedness space. Instead of getting all crazy about, AOC wants no more stocks for congressmen. It's like this useless drivel information that's just designed to distract us. It's just designed to distract us. All right, I think I'm going to push that button right there. Let's see here. I need to check the chat. Looks like we might have some people in. LP, what's your OnlyFans account? I do not have an OnlyFans account. They won't let me on OnlyFans. I'm too cool. I'm going to match your craziness with my craziness. But I do have a Patreon. And I do tell people to get into it, because if you don't, then, well, that's just the way it is. When we talk about building that network, that's one of the things that I'm doing within the Patreon. I have lots of assets that I can leverage, and those people can leverage me, because we're making those bonds together. I think that if you're interested, you should go to one of the links in the description. Go find it there. Go find my Patreon. It's not difficult to do. And take a look around and see. There's even a few free things in there, so look hard. Don't just be glancing over. So take a look at that, guys. You might like it. No OnlyFans today. Where are we at here? Let's see. Okay, so we are good on the chat side, I think. Let me check the super secret chat. Just spilled. Alrighty, then just spilled his coffee all over himself. OF. OnlyFans. OnlyFans is the member chat. No, we don't talk about that kind of stuff over there. We talk about prepper stuff. We talk about community stuff. But yeah, I can see it is what it is. Rick says the Chinese illegal border crossing is up over 600%. Yeah, there was Leroy says, ugh, YouTube today, ? Because Rumble is crap today. Rumble is not playing nice today, so everybody had to roll over here. That's why I have multiple channels. Yeah, Rick, actually, I think it was one of the what is it? Not Brian Kilmeade. One of the Fox White House press people was in there. It's the guy always asks the hard questions, and basically called out the press secretary on a lie that she told the day before, and she got really uppity. She got very, very nanny state on his ass, and it was very obvious that she was bothered in the fact that somebody was going to call her on her own bullshit. It was related to those particular statistics, as well as a few more. Yeah, there's actually a video that teaches Chinese people how to infiltrate, how to get over here. I mean, it's like, and then they followed a couple of them, and it's from boat to boat to boat to train to boat, So it is what it is. Window Liquor says, we're purchasing 30 acres next to my mother and father-in-laws. We're trying to build a community for our families. Everyone will get an acre, and the rest will be for common use and growing and raising food. Nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Something to pass down to your kids too, which is super, super cool. Let's see here. Where are we at here? The plans, but they never happen. A pro at flying by the moment. I got you, honey. Tefel says no. What is it? What do they call it? No only page. No feet pics. How about some feet pics then? No, Tefel, we're good. We don't do that stuff. Oh, let's see. Oh, I forgot I can actually show the text when somebody asks a question. I'm going to have to remember to put that on the screen. I forgot I can do that. I really like that feature. Where are we at here? The only friends here would be cool gear in slow-mo with spicy music. Yeah, we're not doing the OnlyFans stuff, guys. We're not doing that. Oh, there we go. There we go. What do we say? What does this say? Chris Leroy says, I would be afraid of the spandex on OnlyFans. Pass. Yeah, I did the spandex thing one time for someone bought it for me, and I was like, okay, well, you get one snapshot of it, and that was it. I made like a 3-second video, me leaping in front of a mirror just so they could see it, and then me leaping right out of the way, and that was it. That was absolutely it. All right. Okay, guys, I hate to say it. Damn, I opened a can of worms with my OnlyFans comment. Yeah, you did. You're always causing trouble, Window Liquor. That's why I like you. You're a troublemaker. You keep things real. What do we got going on here? We got 20 people over there on the YouTube side. Once again, guys, I'm sorry for the old, but I am really, really under the weather. I need to go back to bed is what I need to do. Your girlfriend told me, don't worry, don't get up. I'll take care of everything. You just lay there and rest. And I was like, okay. And the next thing you know, she's doing all this stuff that I normally do first thing in the morning. I just couldn't take it anymore. I had to get up. So I'll probably will go back. Yeah, Window Liquor, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah. All right. I think I'm running out of steam, guys. I think I'm running out of steam. I don't even think I have any tweets. They can't hear you. Who can't hear me, Lion? She should your stream. It would be cool. Feel better. Okay. Yeah, she's on every so often, but she has a job that she goes to. She's at work right now, so she can't really be in the stream. She pops in when we do the Patreon stuff. She'll pop in and hey. I used to actually have her on, but she hasn't really been popping in very much. You're covering your microphone. No, I'm not. Nobody's covering any microphone. The microphone is this is a cell phone, bro. And my hands, look, I'm covering nothing. Yeah, work on your volume. Turn your volume up. Volume. All right. You know what? I'm out of shit to talk about, guys. I'm out of shit to talk about. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the live stream. Yeah, I gotta do one thing before we go. We gotta do one thing before we go. Where's it at? Where's my graphics at? I gotta do one thing before I go. We got to do this. It's one of my favorite things. Is it that one? It's that one. Let's watch this.
Hello, I'm Rumble.
And I'm YouTube.
YouTube, why are you dressed like that?
Well, I've been seeing a lot of violations in the community lately, so I'm enforcing that.
You mean like people not following your policies?
Strike one!
What if someone tells the truth, but it's labeled as misinformation?
Strike two!
Wow, what if I want to ask questions and have different opinions on things?
Strike three! You're out of here!
Now what?
You may appeal to me in 30 days.
Thankfully, we encourage diverse opinions and new ideas.
Strike four!
Dude, what? There's no such thing as 4 strikes. And I'm not even on your platform.
Strike five!
All right, I'm out. You're crazy. Later, dude.
Strike 6!
I love that commercial. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and call it right now. Make sure that you guys have a happy Wednesday. Remember to stay safe. Have a great day, and I shall see you when I see you. And support the channel. There's lots of links down there. Go buy yourself something or whatever. We'll talk to y'all later. I'm going to push these buttons right now and end the stream.